What happens to America if we simply sacrifice the rule of law because our sympathy is, for some people, is greater than our love for one of the, well, an essential pillar of American exceptionalism? And Ronald Reagan only let me down twice in 8 years. In 1986 was one of those times. And I watched as the amnesty debate was taking place here in Washington, and I didn't know much in '86. I was just this young guy that was trying to raise my family and run my business, but I was paying attention to what was happening here, and I was raised in a law enforcement family. And when Reagan signed the '86 Amnesty Act, I kicked my filing cabinet because it was the only way I could just vent some of my frustration, because I knew even then that we were going to spend a long time trying to restore the rule of law. It opened the door for this argument about we can sacrifice the rule of law and we need to have this labor. So what I wanted to make this point is that people that are beneficiaries of hiring illegal labor are one of only 3 groups of people that are beneficiaries of amnesty. And the next group of that we should remember are Democrats. And one should never be confused with this. Republicans have tried to suppress the language that tell you that there's a reason that all the Democrats are for amnesty, because they know they're huge political beneficiaries. And I can't think of anything that's going to erode our national security more than people that are undermining our military, undermining our national security, and tying up this leftist idea that somehow there aren't villains in the world. And then there are the elitists that think they need cheap labor for their gated communities. That's it. The rest of us should know that we must restore the pillars of American exceptionalism. That means the rule of law as a central pillar. If we fail to do so, this country cannot go on this arc of destiny, an ascending arc. It's descending. And so I hope, as we go forward here and we sort out the nominees for the presidency coming up in 2016, I hope that we challenge each one of these potential presidential candidates on their foreign policy position. I'm going to like to be able to listen to the things that come along here on the Ukraine and the effort of Putin to restore the Soviet Union. That's always been part of his geopolitical chess game. But we need to look inward too. We need to look inward to what made us great: freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and the rule of law and free enterprise. We cannot sacrifice the rule of law with regard to immigration and think we could ever restore it again. I'll just make this statement in closing and watching this clock, and it's this: that if we allow any kind of legalization to take place that rewards people that are here illegally, we will not be able to restore the rule of law within the lifetime of this republic.